Hey, beautiful souls, and welcome back to Cosmic Blueprints Astrology. I'm Sino, and today we're diving into the astrological indicators that might suggest lottery wins, windfalls, and unexpected financial gains in your birth chart. Now, before we begin, I want to be crystal clear about something. Astrology doesn't guarantee lottery wins. What it can show us are the planetary patterns that suggest natural luck, timing for opportunities, and how we might attract abundance into our lives. Think of this as understanding your cosmic financial blueprint, not a get-rich-quick scheme. If you're new here, we explore the deeper mysteries of astrology beyond just sun signs. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our cosmic wisdom. And if this video resonates with you, give it a thumbs up. It really helps the algorithm show this to other astrology enthusiasts. So grab your birth chart. You can pull one up for free on astro.com, and let's discover what the stars reveal about your potential for sudden windfalls. Let's start with the foundation, the three houses most associated with gambling, luck, and sudden gains. These are what I call the lottery trinity in astrology. First up is the fifth house, which rules speculation, gambling, and games of chance. This is literally your lottery house. If you have benefic planets here, that's Jupiter, Venus, or even a well-aspected sun, you might have natural gambling luck. Pay special attention to Jupiter in the fifth house. Jupiter is the great expander and brings luck wherever it goes. Jupiter in the fifth house is like having a cosmic lottery ticket. This placement shows up in people's charts who've had significant gambling wins, not necessarily millions, but consistent smaller wins that add up. Venus in the fifth house can also bring financial luck through creative ventures or entertainment-related investments. And if your fifth house ruler is well aspected to Jupiter or Venus, that's another positive indicator. Then the eighth house. Now, the eighth house is fascinating because it rules other people's money, so inheritances, insurance payouts, taxes, joint finances, and yes, lottery winnings. When you win the lottery, you're essentially receiving money that was pulled from other people, right? Strong eighth house placements, especially with benefic planets or positive aspects to the eighth house ruler, can indicate sudden windfalls. Pluto here can bring transformative financial experiences, sometimes through crisis, but also through unexpected gains. People with prominent 8th house energy often have stories of finding money, receiving unexpected inheritances, or benefiting from other people's financial decisions in some way. The 11th house rules hopes, wishes, and gains from groups of communities. Lottery winnings definitely fall under gains from groups, since it's money pulled from ticket buyers. This house also rules sudden gains and money from the sky experiences. Jupiter in the 11th house is particularly powerful for this. It's like the universe conspiring to fulfill your highest hopes and dreams. Strong 11th house energy with good aspects often indicates someone whose wishes have a way of manifesting in unexpected ways. Now let's talk about the planets that can supercharge these houses for financial luck. So Jupiter, the great benefic. Jupiter is hands down the most important planet for lottery type luck. Wherever Jupiter sits in your chart, it expands and brings good fortune. But the aspects Jupiter makes are crucial too. Jupiter trine or sextile Venus is like cosmic financial magnetism. These people often have an easy relationship with money and attract it naturally. Jupiter conjunct the midheaven can bring public financial success or recognition that leads to money. Jupiter on the ascendant makes you naturally lucky and optimistic, the kind of person who finds money on the sidewalk. But here's something interesting. Jupiter square Neptune can actually be tricky for gambling because Neptune can create illusions about luck. These people might think they're luckier than they actually are. Moving on to Venus, the lesser benefic. Venus rules money, values, and attraction. Strong Venus placements can literally attract money to you. Venus in earth signs, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, tends to be more practical about money, while Venus in fire signs might take bigger financial risks that sometimes pay off spectacularly. Venus conjunct Jupiter is often called the Millionaire's aspect because it combines Jupiter's expansion with Venus's attraction to beautiful, valuable things. Now here's a powerful aspect that deserves special attention: Jupiter conjunct Pluto. I call this the Billionaire's aspect because it combines Jupiter's expansion with Pluto's transformative power and connection to massive wealth. This aspect occurs roughly every 13 years and often coincides with major economic shifts and the creation of enormous fortunes. If you have this aspect natally, you have the potential for truly transformative wealth experiences. Pluto rules mining, oil, investments, and hidden resources, while Jupiter expands everything it touches. Together, they indicate wealth that comes through transformation, crisis, or tapping into hidden potentials. What's fascinating is that this aspect often brings wealth through completely rebuilding your life or through industries that transform society. So think tech moguls, cryptocurrency early adopters, or people who profit from major societal shifts. Even if you don't have this natally, when Jupiter and Pluto form conjunctions by transits like they did in 2020, it can trigger financial breakthroughs for people with strong Pluto or 8th house placements. So let's look at the nodes of the moon. Here's something many astrologers overlook. The North Node can show where your greatest growth and fortune lies in this lifetime. North Node in the 2nd, 5th, 8th, or 11th houses can indicate that part of your soul's journey involves learning about money, values, or even experiencing sudden financial shifts. There are people with North Node in the 8th house who go through complete financial transformations, sometimes through windfalls, sometimes through learning to handle crises, but always emerging with a totally different relationship to money. Lastly is the part of fortune. This Arabic part combines your sun, moon, and ascendant to show where luck flows most naturally in your life. If your part of fortune falls in one of our lottery houses, or if it's conjunct a benefic planet, that's another positive indicator for financial luck. So the transits and timing. Even with great natal indicators, timing is everything. This is where transits come in, the current planetary movements that activate your natal potential. So Jupiter transits. When Jupiter transits through your 5th, 8th, or 11th houses, those are prime times for financial opportunities. Jupiter spends about a year in each house, so you get a roughly 12-month window of expanded possibility. But even more powerful are Jupiter's direct hits to your natal planets. If Jupiter conjuncts your natal Venus, Jupiter, or the ruler of your 5th, 8th, or 11th houses, mark those dates. These transits happen roughly every 12 years and often coincide with significant financial opportunities. Pay attention to when Jupiter trines your natal Jupiter. This happens around age 24, 36, 48, etc. It's often a time when your natural luck is amplified. Eclipse cycles. Eclipses in your money houses, so 2nd and 8th, or your luck houses, the 5th or the 11th, can trigger sudden financial changes. North Node eclipses tend to bring opportunities and gains, while South Node eclipses might involve releasing or losing something to make room for something better. The beautiful thing about eclipses is they often bring fated events, things that feel destined or meant to be. If you're going to have a major financial breakthrough, it often happens around eclipse season. And then the outer planet transits. Uranus transits can bring sudden, unexpected financial events. Uranus through the 8th house might bring insurance payouts, sudden inheritances, or, yes, even lottery wins. Uranus loves to surprise us, especially with money we never expected. Pluto transits tend to be more transformative and intense, but they can also bring wealth through complete life changes or by forcing us to tap into hidden resources. And then Neptune transits, well, be careful with Neptune and gambling. Neptune can create illusions about luck or money, leading to poor financial decisions. But occasionally, Neptune does bring windfalls through creative or spiritual channels. Now let's look at some famous lottery winners and see what their birth charts reveal about their cosmic luck patterns. These are public figures whose birth information is available, so we can learn from their astrological signatures. So, Richard Lustig, 7-time lottery winner. Richard Lustig famously won the lottery 7 times, totaling over $1 million. Born with his sun in Gemini, he had that mutable sign flexibility that could adapt to changing circumstances. What's particularly interesting is that Gemini is ruled by Mercury, the planet of numbers, calculations, and systems, which aligns with his methodical approach to playing the lottery. His multiple wins suggest strong 11th house energy, that house of repeated gains and hopes and wishes coming true multiple times throughout his life. Cynthia Stafford. Cynthia Stafford won $112 million in the California Mega Millions. What's fascinating about her story is that she visualized winning exactly $112 million for months before it happened. This screams strong Neptune and Jupiter energy. Neptune for the visualization and psychic intuition, Jupiter for the manifestation and expansion. Her Scorpio placements, and she's spoken about being a Scorpio, connects to the 8th house energy we discussed, transformation through other people's money, and the ability to tap into hidden or psychic knowledge about financial opportunities. Edwin Castro, the $2 billion winner. The largest lottery winner in history, Edwin Castro, won over $2 billion in the Powerball. While we don't have his exact birth time, the sheer magnitude of his win suggests incredibly powerful Jupiter-Pluto energy, that billionaire's aspect we talked about earlier. The timing of his win in late 2022 coincided with Jupiter moving through Pisces, which often brings mystical, dreamlike manifestations. Jupiter in Pisces can literally make dreams come true in the most unexpected ways. What I find fascinating across these stories is that many lottery winners report having dreams, visions, or strong intuitive feelings before their wins. This suggests that Neptune in Pisces often plays a role, that mystical, intuitive connection to universal abundance. Also, many winners describe feeling called to buy tickets on their winning day or choosing numbers that had special significance. This points to that Jupiter energy working through synchronicity and meaningful coincidences rather than pure random chance. Now let's talk about how to work with these cosmic patterns responsibly. First, if you have strong lottery indicators, pay attention to the timing. Don't just randomly buy tickets. Watch for those Jupiter transits, eclipses in your money houses, and especially Jupiter returns or major Jupiter aspects. Second, stay in a state of grateful abundance rather than desperate need. The universe responds to our energy. When we're grateful for what we have, we're more likely to receive more. Third, if you do play games of chance, set strict limits. Treat it as entertainment, not investment strategy. Your astrology might indicate luck, but it doesn't guarantee it, and it certainly doesn't mean you should risk money you can't afford to lose. And then don't use astrology as an excuse to develop gambling problems. Even people with the most fortunate charts can lose everything if they become compulsive gamblers. Don't ignore other paths to wealth that your chart indicates. Sometimes that 8th house Jupiter is meant to bring wealth through investments, business partnerships, or career changes, not lottery tickets. And please don't interpret challenging aspects as meaning you'll never have money. Some of the wealthiest people have difficult money aspects because those challenges motivated them to create alternative income streams. Remember, true abundance isn't just about money falling from the sky. Your birth chart shows multiple paths to prosperity through career success, creative ventures, wise investments, or building valuable skills. Sometimes the universe's idea of windfall is setting you up with opportunities that lead to long-term wealth rather than one big payout. So there you have it, your cosmic guide to understanding lottery and windfall indicators in your birth chart. Remember, astrology shows us potentials and timing, but we still need to take inspired action and make wise choices. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Do you have any of these indicators in your chart? Have you experienced any interesting synchronicities around money and timing? Share your stories below. Don't forget to subscribe for more cosmic wisdom delivered weekly. So your homework this week is look up your Jupiter sign and house position and note when Jupiter will next make major aspects to your chart. Mark those dates and pay attention to the opportunities that arise. The universe might just surprise you. So until next time, keep looking up and trusting your cosmic blueprints. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, beautiful souls.